Welcome to Surviving Wokeland with Ethan Quinn, a channel dedicated to exposing and explaining the ideology driving wokeness. One reason wokeness has infiltrated Western society to such an extent is that it has falsely presented itself as the new moral standard. Wokeness has falsely projected itself as the standard for tolerance by claiming that anyone who does not accept woke ideology is intolerant. Like a religion, wokeness has divided the world into good and evil, with anyone who rejects wokeness now considered the infidel in this new Marxist religion. And the great evil that wokeness claims to be fighting is bigotry. Because people are so afraid of being labeled as bigots, they have submitted to wokeness without truly understanding it. But the woke religion has gaslit society using the logical fallacy of moral superiority. Moral superiority. Those who practice this vicious fallacy reject any moral equivalency between themselves, the righteous, and their enemies, the wicked, against whom anything is fair, and to whom nothing must be conceded, not even the right to life. Like any religion, wokeness claims that its followers are morally superior, and anyone else is in the service of evil. But what wokeness claims to be morality is whatever serves the purposes of its ideological agenda. So, wokeness draws a circle around its ideology, and then claims that anyone outside that circle is wrong. And the outsiders are forced to wear the scarlet letter, with labels such as racist, sexist, transphobic, and bigot hung around their necks. You don't accept critical race theory, you're a bigot. You don't think children should be put on puberty blockers, you're a bigot. You don't think men can get pregnant, you're a bigot. You think people should take personal responsibility, you're a bigot. Being called a bigot in today's culture is the equivalent of being called a witch during the Spanish Inquisition. You will be socially burnt at the stake by self-righteous, religious heretics. As a result, society is not being shaped by the tolerance of wokeness, but rather by the fear of opposing it. But what is a bigot? According to the dictionary, the definition of a bigot is a person who is obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or faction, especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonistic towards a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group. So, does disagreeing with an ideology make someone a bigot? Let's consider the three elements of bigotry. 1. Unreasonable attachment to a belief. 2. Prejudice toward a person or group. 3. Antagonism towards a person or group. Let's take the idea that men can get pregnant. Does disagreeing with this idea make you a bigot? Well, is it unreasonable to disagree with this statement? How can it be unreasonable when we consider that no biological man has ever been pregnant? In fact, science is unequivocal on this matter. Men cannot be pregnant. They don't have the necessary physiology. Just because the woke have attempted to change the definitions of man and women doesn't change the facts, or make believing in facts unreasonable. Is disagreeing with the statement prejudicial towards anyone or any group? No. Prejudice would be passing a law that banned men from getting pregnant if they could. But nobody is stopping men from getting pregnant. Is it antagonistic to think that men cannot get pregnant? No. But this is where the woke try and prove their claims of bigotry, by claiming that if they are antagonized, their detractors are antagonistic. In other words, if they are offended, the person who offended them is guilty of bigotry. But anyone can be offended by anything. And just because you hate what someone says, does not make what they are saying hateful. But this is a line that wokeness has blurred. If they hate it, it's hateful, and disagreeing with them is discrimination. Anything that questions or disagrees with woke ideology is now called offensive. This is the ideology behind slogans like, "Speech is violence." But as Salman Rushdie said, the moment you say that any idea system is sacred, whether it's a religious belief system or a secular ideology, the moment you declare a set of ideas to be immune from criticism, satire, derision, or contempt, freedom of thought becomes impossible. The woke religion has been declared sacred, and any disagreement is now blasphemy, but it is called bigotry. This is precisely why the woke labels people who disagree with them as bigots. So they can declare their ideas immune to criticism, and make freedom of thought impossible. And so society yields to the woke religion, and its false projection of morality, even though it means surrendering our morals and common sense. And without any sense of irony, wokeness claims to fight bigotry, while also claiming
You are pretending that you know that you are a woman when the only people here who know that for sure are the ones who have put in the work to understand themselves, the trans women.
All white people are racist. Every single last one of them, all of them are racist.
So even when you're on your path to trying to figure out how to be a better human being, because I believe that white people are born into not being human, like that actually instead of people of color and black folks being dehumanized, that actually everyone is dehumanized on threat within white supremacy, that y'all are born into a life to not be human, and that's what y'all are taught to do, to be demons.
Are men trash?
Cis, heterosexual men, absolutely, especially white men.
Like, this is not even like, I mean, this is just like a statement of fact. White people be smelling like pennies and quarters when they get wet, like when it rains.
Obviously, it's not the actual skin tone when we're talking about whiteness. It's the entitlement, privileges, microaggressions.
All men must die?
All men must die.
Why you want me dead?
Yeah.
And here we are, white people, right? Not all white people are racist. Like, some of us have good characteristics. Like, yeah, but the majority of y'all like to vote for Trump and Republicans. So it's like, maybe we need to be a little bit hesitant about the white people that we allow into our space. You see what I'm saying? So you're right, baby girl. I don't know you. But here's what I have learned about you. You're a hit dog. And you howled. You hollered. So, I don't know. Reflect.
I'll let you decide for yourself whether or not these ideas meet the criteria of bigotry. That is all I have for today. Please like and subscribe. And please support this channel by downloading my book, The Ministry of Truth, How Propaganda Fuels the Culture War. And join me again tomorrow as we learn how to survive woke land together. Until then, this is Ethan Quinn saying, stay free,